Elimination with multiplication. Alright, so we've already done elimination, but this time what's going to happen is usually with elimination it lines up all nice and we have numbers that we can clearly see that we can eliminate, but this time we're going to have numbers that aren't already lined up to eliminate. So if we look at this problem, we have 3x minus 2y equals 4 and 2x plus y equals 5. So notice the 3 and the 2 can't cancel out, and this 2 and this 1 can't cancel out. So I need to manipulate the equation somehow so it has something that can cancel out. I can't really turn a 3 into a 2 or a 2 into a 3. I mean, I could, but it would involve fractions. However, I can turn this 1 right here into a 2, simply by multiplying by a 2. I have to multiply everything down here by a 2, though. You have to multiply the entire equation, so the equation stays the same, meaning we don't change any of the what it would equal. We're just basically inflating it a little bit. So 2 times 2 is 4x. 2 times y is 2y. I'm just distributing these. And then 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so now what I can do is I can basically just ignore this one right here because I just inflated it. Because now, if you look, I have a negative 2 and a positive 2. So I can add this. 3 plus 4 is 7x. Negative 2 plus positive 2y, they cancel out. They've been eliminated. And 4 plus 10 is 14. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by 7. And we're going to get x equals 2 for my first answer. Now let's go ahead and take that x and let's plug it in. It doesn't matter which one I plug it in for, so I'm just going to plug it into this one. 3 times x, but x is 2, minus 2y equals 4. 6 minus 2y equals 4. Let's go ahead and minus 6 from both sides. And we get negative 2y equals negative 2. And we'll go ahead and divide by negative 2. And y equals 1. Because negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. Now we put it in coordinate form. Our x comes first, then our y. And there is my coordinate. Alright, let's try another one. We're going to skip this one actually and do this one. Okay, here. 3x minus y equals 11, x plus 2y equals negative 36. On this one I actually have two different options. I could times this bottom one by a negative 3 to get these to line up, or I could multiply the top by a 2 to get these right here. Because negative 3 and 3 would cancel out, or 2 and negative 2 would cancel out. So I'm going to times the top by a 2. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative y is negative 2y. And 2 times 11 is 22. Oh, wait, what up? That was a mistake. Oh, no, I'm good. Sorry. So we can basically stop looking at this one because I just inflated it to this. And now let's go ahead and add these. X plus 6x is 7x. 2y plus negative 2y. That got eliminated. This negative 2y is what I tried to create up here when I multiplied by 2, because now it gets eliminated. And then I'm left with a negative 14 over here. We divide both sides by 7, and x equals negative 2. Now let's go ahead and take this and plug it in. I'm going to plug it into this one. If you want to, you can plug it in here. It's totally up to you. I just try to look for one that I think is easier to work with. So we get negative 2 plus 2y equals negative 36. Let's go ahead and add 2 to both sides. So this disappears, and we get 2y equals negative 34. Divide both sides by 2, and y equals negative 17. Put it in coordinate form, we get negative 2, negative 17. And there we go. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, on this one, looks like I have a negative 1 and a 3. Well, if I times this by a 3, it would turn into a negative 3, which would then be eliminated. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this bottom equation by 3. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times 5 is 15y. And 3 times negative 17 is negative 51. I just inflated this, so I don't need to keep this one. And now we're going to see what can be eliminated. 3x minus 3x or plus negative 3x, gone. 2 plus 15 is 17y. 0 plus negative 51 is negative 51. Okay, let's go ahead and divide both sides by 17. And we get y equals negative 3. Alright, let's go ahead and plug it back in. Once again, I'm going to plug it into the top one. It's not always the case, but it has been on these examples. So we got 3 times x. Oops, I'm supposed to plug it into the y right here, not the x, because I found what y equals. So 3x plus 2 times y, which is negative 3, equals 0. So we get 3x minus 6 equals 0, because 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Add the 6 to both sides. And then let's go ahead and divide by 3. We get x equals 2. So let's go ahead and write down our answer in coordinate form. 2, negative 3 is my final answer. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Go ahead and email me, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have.